Who is Met Agwe? Met Agwe is the divine sailor in Haitian voodoo. In Agwe, we see a similarity to the word agua. So it's not a coincidence that we have water associated with Agwe. Though Agwe is the master of the sea, he is not the owner of the sea. This is one thing that has to be explained, because when people hear Agwe, 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 they associate him with being the master. When stating master of the seas, one has to be careful not to say that he is the owner of the sea. He is the master who travels the sea, but he is not the owner of the sea. This is La Sirene's position. Today, I'm not going to focus on La Sirene. I'm going to focus on Met Agwe. And I know many will probably say, how can you talk about Met Agwe and not talk about La Sirene? Because La Sirene is the owner of the sea. And you need water to travel. This is an enigma to the simple. The reality is, what Agwe is traveling on is not water as we are taught to believe. He is traveling the etheric realms. He is traveling through eternity. He is traveling in a timeless dimension. When we are looking at the image of the boat for Met Agwe, we have to take our minds back to thousands of years. When we see the depiction of Newt on the papyrus, he is traveling through Aminta. Those of you who's into Egyptian history, you can definitely go back and look at some of the papyrus or some of the depictions that they have on walls, which goes back thousands of years. But this is the same concept. This is a timeless reality that one has to break away from the linear thought of time when you're dealing or getting in, when you're beginning to invest into your studies about Met Agwe. Agwe's ship does not need water to travel. And this is the enigma. Because some will say, how can you speak of Met Agwe and not speak of La Sirene? You need water in order for a boat to travel. This is no different than when Jesus was talking to a Jew of his day, and he stated that a man must be born again a second time in order for him to enter into the kingdom of God. The Jew of his day asked him, can a man enter his mother's womb a second time? Jesus was speaking spiritual, but the Jew of his day was thinking carnal. Met Agwe's enigma is pretty much similar to what I just stated. Because many people think of water, 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 water. But they're not understanding the mystery of mysteries. Agwe is not traveling on water. He's traveling through the eternity. He's traveling to a destination with no destination. Who are on Agwe's ship? This is another enigma. When you serve Agwe, you understand that there are mysteries of mysteries. Agwe knows the name of everyone who passed at sea. Everyone who passed that sea is on Agwe's ship. And this is the ship that is traveling to nowhere. So in our side of life, we come up with movies like The Ghost Ship. But we try to put these things in a way for us to understand. But the concept of a ghost ship is a concept that originated from one individual's mind, but it is something that exists eternally. A ship which is traveling to nowhere. A ship that's on a never-ending journey. Now, when we are talking about Met Agwe, we have to understand the synchronization. He is synchronized with Saint Ulrich of Augsburg, Germany. And in this depiction of Saint Ulrich, you have a lot of interesting things. When you look at the depiction, you see a man with a hat and a fish in his hand, a scepter and a book. There is a mystery in this depiction. The mysteries which we have here is what he has in his hand. The crown on his head shows us authority, the king of the sea. You see a fish in his hand, which gives us the unwavering of faith. I believe in what? Agwe, the depiction of Saint Ulrich, shows us that he has a book in his hand. We are not told what the book is, but we have to understand books represent knowledge, wisdom. So, in a divine sense, the expression that we have here is telling us that this representation shows us an individual who is receiving guidance, divine guidance, and it is from divine guidance, this person's faith allows him to move forward, whether it be through sailing or through life, without any wavering, without any doubt. And this is why they say that Met Agwe is very confident. You learn through Met Agwe that nothing in life is done without confidence. Met Agwe is a very wise spirit. One of the greatest sayings I got from Met Agwe is, if you are a big fish, you need to be in deep water. There's many people that try to be around small people when they're big people, and then they wonder why things never work out. Agwe also teaches us that a man who is sure of himself knows what's under his feet. We have to look at this in a deep sense, because you can't be confident if you don't know what's under your feet. It's like working on a roof. I remember I asked the foreman, I said, "Aren't you scared of heights?" He said, "No." He said, "If I know what's under my feet is solid, I'm comfortable." And this brings us back to La Sirène. The reason why Agwe is confident at the sea is because he has a boat. He has a platform to stand on. He is on a ship. So he knows that he cannot be attacked by a shark because he has a boat, he has a ship that's protecting him. Agwe's ship cannot sink. In order for Agwe's ship to sink, that would mean that Agwe would cease to exist. Agwe teaches us that we have to be still in adversity. And the only way this stillness can come about is if we trust in what we are told. Whether it's divine or it's just a mentor giving us guidance, or our elders who give us wisdom, we have to trust what we're told. But in a divine sense, we have to trust in the power of God. In conclusion, I want to say, though Agwe is not the owner of the sea, you have to respect the sea. We don't belong to the sea, nor does it belong to us, but we have to respect it every time we enter into it. The sea belongs to its inhabitants, and we have to remember that we are its visitors. Thank you guys for watching. Like, share, and subscribe.